Hello and welcome to our channel, where you can improve your English by listening to engaging and easy to understand stories. Today, we bring you another exciting story that will help you learn new words, improve your pronunciation, and enhance your understanding of English in a fun way. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's story. Let's begin. The businessman stood frozen as he watched the nurse take the old man away. His mind was in turmoil. The check in his hand, the very thing that had given him confidence and hope over the past year, was completely worthless. The signature of Warren Buffett was nothing more than the scribbling of a mentally ill man. Yet, despite its lack of actual monetary value, it had changed everything for him. He slowly sat down on the park bench, staring at the check. A wave of emotions rushed through him: shock, confusion, disbelief. But as he took a deep breath, another realization dawned upon him. The check might have been fake, but the confidence it had instilled in him was real. It had pushed him to take risks, to negotiate better, to work harder, and ultimately, to succeed. As he reflected on the past year, he remembered the moments when he had almost given up, the times when he had doubted himself. But each time, he had reassured himself with the thought that if everything failed, he had a safety net: $500,000 waiting for him. Ironically, that safety net had never really existed. It was his belief in it that had made the difference. A small smile appeared on his face as he realized the profound truth in this experience. It wasn't money that had saved him. It was his mindset. His attitude had shifted, and that had been enough to turn his life around. Feeling an unusual sense of peace, he carefully folded the check and placed it in his wallet. He decided he would keep it as a reminder, a symbol of what he was truly capable of. Then, standing up from the bench, he walked back toward his office with a newfound sense of purpose. Back at his office, he sat down at his desk, still deep in thought. He had spent the last year working tirelessly, making strategic decisions, and forming strong business relationships. His company had not only recovered, but was now thriving. Clients trusted him more, employees respected him, and competitors saw him as a strong player in the market. He took out the check once again and stared at it. A part of him wanted to throw it away, but another part wanted to keep it forever as a reminder. Eventually, he decided to frame it and place it in his office, right where he could see it every day. It would serve as a daily lesson that success comes from within, not from external sources. The days passed, and the businessman continued to expand his company. He was no longer the desperate, hopeless man who had once sat in that park, drowning in his problems. He had transformed into a confident, ambitious leader who believed in his own ability to overcome challenges. One evening, as he was going through some old documents, he came across a journal entry he had written on the very day he received the check. Curious, he read through it. "I don't know how to escape this mess. The debts are piling up, and I feel like I'm drowning. But today, something strange happened. An old man in the park gave me a check for $500,000. I don't know if it's real or fake, but I feel different. I feel like I have hope again. Maybe, just maybe, I can turn things around." He closed the journal and smiled. That moment had changed everything. It wasn't the check that had given him hope, it was the belief that he could still win. With that realization, he decided to share his story with others. He started mentoring young entrepreneurs, teaching them about confidence, resilience, and the power of belief. He told them about the old man in the park and how a simple piece of paper had transformed his life. Many people found his story inspiring. Some even started calling it the illusion of wealth, or the idea that just believing in something could push a person to achieve great things. Years passed, and his business continued to grow. He became one of the most respected businessmen in the industry. But no matter how successful he became, he never forgot the lesson he had learned that day in the park. One day, while speaking at a business conference, he shared his story with a large audience. As he spoke about the old man and the fake check, he noticed a familiar face in the crowd. It was the nurse who had taken the old man away years ago. After the conference, she approached him with a smile. "I remember you," she said. "You were the man in the park that day." "Yes," he replied. "And that moment changed my life," she nodded. You know, he passed away a few months after that day. But he always talked about how he loved helping people, even in his own strange way. The businessman felt a pang of sadness, but also gratitude. "Well, he helped me more than he could ever know," the nurse smiled. "Then I guess his story lives on through you." The businessman thought about it for a moment and nodded. Yes, the old man's story lived on not just through him, but through everyone he had inspired with it. And with that, he continued his journey, knowing that the true power of success was never in money, but in belief, attitude, and self-confidence. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed today's story and learned something new. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more English learning stories. Now, we have some questions for you. Point 1. What did you learn from today's story? 2. What was your favorite part of the story? Let us know your answers in the comments below. Your responses will help you practice English and improve your storytelling skills. See you in the next video.